This is going to be my mining guide for Warframe. So in this guide, we're going to go through the Warframe that I recommend using. Hint, hint, it's Wukong Prime in my case. We're going to go through weapons we should be selecting, things we need to have in our gear wheel, because you do need to have your mining implement equipped. Highly recommend the Sunpoint Plasma Drill. I directed people in the previous episode of the series to go ahead and grab this from Fortuna. For those that don't know, basically just complete Vox Solaris, go ahead and do 1 or 2 bounties till you've got 2,500 standing, and you'll be able to grab this from the mining vendor in Orb Vallis if you don't already have that. When it comes to Wukong then, the only real thing that matters is having enough power strength that is basically immortal. I probably went overboard, but just for the sake of the video, just decided we'd put plenty of power strength on there so he's never going down. Bring a weapon that has good ammo economy, because I just used the Exceltra and it was hilariously bad. So let's go with something like the Bubonico, or maybe even the Current. Maybe the range of that would be too bad. But give him something good to fight with that's got decent range and it's going to do good damage. Enemies shouldn't be that powerful anyway. And there's a bit of a trick here in that if you don't have any extra weapons, even if you have the rifle out, your twin that you create will still use the rifle. Nice little bit of utility there, and that basically just means we can go around mining our stuff without getting bothered, because the twin is going to go ahead and sort that out. And of course, if you want to go overkill with this, go ahead and bring a Spectre as well. You can have 2 Warframes out there defending you as you are mining. Either way, we're going to start with Cambion Drift. That's because in the previous episode of the series, we did unlock the ability to build necromechs, and so people are probably going to want to get that built. That's going to mean that you need to get materials from basically all of the planets, but most of them will be on Deimos first. So we're going to head on down to Cambion Drift. I'm going to show you the best cave for mining down here. Just so happens to be the best for fishing as well, so should be pretty useful. Okay then, from the Necrolist, we want to take a right, and we're going over towards Albrecht's Prospect. I guess you can probably go in from any direction you like, but just look for the hole in the top here as we're flying over. Should be pretty obvious. Here we are. So we can get on in. Go ahead, pop the twin out, and equip your mining laser. Has a radar on it. This is one of the key things as to why this one's good, especially when you're just starting out, because the first 2 you get from the Ostron rewards do not have a scanner on them. So absolutely key to have that scanner up there on the minimap in the top left. And all we need to do, I'm going to assume nobody's done any mining before. All we need to do is find one of the nodes, okay? And you can see they've got these spots on there. Probably shouldn't do whilst we're fighting, but yeah, something with better range probably would have been better. But he's doing fine. So anyways, when it comes to mining, we need to try and stop the meter that builds up when it's in the gap dust here. It's going to give you a little bit better results on your mining, and every so often it'll give you an extra reward from the node. So as you can see, I'm just going to let Wukong clean up for me as we go around and do the mining in here. Now the cool thing is the twin is smart enough to not attack the wildlife, so if you have to come across something that needs capturing, go ahead and use the trank rifle. And as I was saying before, this is actually a really good place for fishing as well. So if you come over to the, I can't remember what this stuff is called now, the stream, you'll find that there are actually areas that have these rainbows. That means this is a fishing hotspot, and you'll get rarer and more fish here. We are not here for fish, we are here for mining. But as you can see, you can get tons of different nodes in here, and you're going to notice as you're going around there are different colored ores depending on where you are. Red or yellow veins are for ores, and blue veins are for gems. I'll leave a link to the wiki, because the tables they have there would take me ages to explain, when a picture is going to explain 1,000 words in this particular case. And that finishes us off with farming the resources on the Cambion Drift. Now, I believe we get to keep the resources if we just exit, but I'm not comfortable with it because it doesn't show that we're getting it on the reward tab. So I'm going to go ahead and extract so we can move on to the Plains of Eidolon. Okay, and so of course we're going to move over to the Plains of Eidolon now. I have no idea if you want to see me clicking on and doing this. Just noticing now, look, level 10 to 30, this should be easy. I've switched my twin over to having the Rubico Prime. This should probably mean that anything he fires at is going to basically evaporate. Okay, and so my favorite cave here is actually very close to the beginning. We're going to go to the left, and we're going over towards where it says Twin Horns. It's very close to us. I'm going to head straight on in. So head on into the cave, you're going to see, as soon as you walk in, lots of mining nodes that can be farmed. I'm not going to get all of these. I just want to show you guys all of this stuff appearing on the minimap there. Absolutely tons of it, right? So tons of nodes. You get pretty much whatever you want here. Yeah, just this place just covered it. You should be able to get basically as much as whatever you want in here, as you can see. And then lastly, we have Orb Vallis. Now this one is probably the slowest one to farm, because the caves here are all much smaller than in the areas that we've just been to. There is an area that has a decent amount of caves though, so I'm just going to kind of have a fly around and show you guys a few caves that you can visit just to kind of make this a little bit quicker for yourselves. And my suggestion is, as we leave Fortuna, right, you should basically find that the north pointer is to your right. You can see just ahead of me there, that's the north pointer, and there's this little kind of mountain range just on our left. This, in my experience, has plenty of caves on it, so I reckon this is probably the best place to go. And all you need to do is just kind of like rail around the edge of the road, which is what I normally do, and just keep an eye out on the map, look, and you'll see where all the little cave markers are. I don't memorize where they all are. I just kind of wait until I see a marker, and then I go, oh look, cave, let's get in there. Bam, we've got plenty of mining places. We can go right here. We can out if we need to. As you can see, plenty of mining nodes in here like this. Good thing about a lot of these caves is you can usually go through them, so you can like pass through like this, come out the other side, and then as you can see, because we were following the road from Fortuna, we know we just need to go left a little bit. This is going to be a brand new cave over here, and we can kind of just continue moving around the mountain range, going from cave to cave, so that you can mine all of the nodes that you need. That concludes how to mine in Warframe. I hope that helps you out, and I'll catch you all in the next video.